10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing hate to say. Let 'em talk.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. Strikers, 3-3. Trouble, 38. Rails, yellow. Edo, blue. Set.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive starts with a run by White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down, here's White. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Panthers 0. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the... So we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game is going to be but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your team players, guys. You make points in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Young now.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
3rd and short yardage, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Cooper Kupp,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. Operating from the gun, Gibbs. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Gibbs. It completes it right side of the lane. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw. Gibbs. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He's got Otten. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a toss right side with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Operating from the gun, Gibbs.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rachaad White, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. It's Young off play action.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Carolina! Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at the 32-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Red, yellow. Needle blue. Set.
On second down, Young again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
That throw by Young incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready.
To throw on second down is Young. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go. Hey,
Chark the motion man right.
Blue is striking. Steel, black, white. Slide blue. Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Fuse, yellow. Clawed red. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
Fight, 97. Red, cycle. Black shot. Ready.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Gibbs going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Opting to run again here with White. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your...
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibbs, and that's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to run it there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Gibbs. There's a short one taken in by Ott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Looking to throw. Gibbs. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Buccaneers.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Quickly completed to the right flat.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibbs. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young off the play fake. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, green. Blue strike. Ready.
Here is Young. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Ready.
Young to throw on fourth. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Going with White here, toss left. And he'll work down inside the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on third down. Gibbs. And that will be incomplete as well.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand we can only get to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And Young's throw there incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready.
Now a second down throw for Young. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off the play fake, Young. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
First and 10 at their own
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Back to throw. Gibbs looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gibbs. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. And that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Drill green. Set.
Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready, ready. Fury, yellow. Claws red. Ready.
Young to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set,
And
ready.
here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Red, cycle. Black shot. Green jack. Black ultra. Cut.
Now Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 43 yards.
And the Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Gibbs able to fight through one tackle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 13. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Carolina, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta get respect from my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off.